Love My School is an online, mobile ready learning management system. It is a very powerful tool for educators to engage students. In this demo, I am showing you a teacher login. Love My School supports four kinds of roles: an admin, teacher, student, and a parent. So in this demo, we will mainly focus on the teacher's login. So I'm logged in as a teacher. The first thing that you see once you log in to Love My School is the wall post. So this is our messaging area. And before we get into this messaging area, I'll talk briefly about what will be covered in this video. So we'll be covering various features including wall post, which is communication. We'll talk about creating content. There are different kinds of content that can be created and used in Love My School. We'll talk about those. We'll talk about discussion forums. We'll talk about gradebook. How can you grade your class? And we will also talk about online teaching via Zoom conferences or via BBB conferences, which is Love My School's own conferencing tool, which is much more safer and secure. So with that background given, let's start with messaging. So as a teacher, I'll see all the messages which are relevant for me, and I can send out messages by simply clicking this create post button and selecting a category. I can put a title for my message and I can put my message here. I can also attach various kinds of files in the message itself, including images, PDFs, and videos. And I can send it to all the class sections that I am enrolled into. So I can select, for this example, this teacher is enrolled into 7A, competitive exam 1, 5A, and 11A. So I can send it to all of them or any combination of these classes that I'm enrolled into. While sending the message, we can allow or disallow comments. So if comments are allowed, students, parents, any user who's getting this message will be able to comment on it. You can either post now, which is the default, or you can schedule for a later date and time. And notify recipients will be useful where your users are using Love My School Android or iOS app. In that case, they will get an on lock screen notification on their lock screen for this particular message. And once you are ready, you can go ahead and post. The message that you have sent will be immediately seen on your wall post, and any user who gets the message can double click on it to see the details. Here you will be able to see it, where it was sent to. If there is an image or video, you will be able to open it in a separate window if you want to. And for the teacher or an admin ID who have sent this message, they will also see read receipts. And I can click on it to get more details around. This shows this has been sent to 26 people and only 2 people have seen it. There are 2 students who have seen it. I can see who those are. And there are 20 students, 3 parents and 1 teacher who have not seen it. And I can open those to see the names. Apart from this, you can also create what we call as a daily update by either clicking here or by clicking inside the post the same icon here. Here, daily update, what would happen is, as a teacher, I would see the courses that I am teaching and I can select for that course and write messages in particular headers, and these are customizable by the school. So right now there are headers called classwork, homework, and notes, and then I can update. The advantage of using a daily update is the user, the parent or student, will not have to look for various messages, multiple messages, to get an update for the day. And an update, once it is sent, it would look like something like this, where for each course a teacher would have updated what was the classwork, what was the homework, and so on and so forth, and even attachments can be done there. These messages can be sent out only by a teacher or an admin. A student or a parent cannot send messages. They can only receive messages and comment on them if comment is allowed. Moving on to the next feature, we'll talk about attendance. A teacher while walking into the classroom can easily on their app or on their laptop just click on attendance and take a quick attendance of the class. The teacher will see the classes that she owns. She can select any class that she is walking into. By default, all the people will be shown present in the class, and if you want, you can select either absent or sick for a student and submit. In case where there is at least one student who is marked absent, when you submit, the system would ask a question and you can automatically generate a message which goes out only to the parents of the student who is absent, informing them that their ward was absent on a particular day, and it would look like something like this. So that's attendance. Moving on, I can see my courses that I am teaching by just clicking on my courses. So here I'll get a list of all the courses that this teacher is teaching, and I can click on any course to get to the dashboard of that course. On the dashboard of the course, you will be able to see list of modules. The first time when you start using this, you will have to, once you have created a course, you will have to add modules or topics or chapters. And you can also add concepts for that particular course. To add a module or a concept, you can press on the plus sign in front of either the module for modules or for concepts against the concept list. For each module, you can even do restrictions. By default, any content for any module will be available to all the students who are enrolled into that particular course. But if you want to restrict any module data, you can click in the settings icon in front of the module and lock any of this content for students and parents. On the dashboard on the right, these are called widgets, and you will be able to see various things on various widgets. You will be able to see on the first widget the how many students are enrolled, and you can click on the enrollment list to get the list of students. On the upcoming events widget, you will see the upcoming events for this particular course. So all the calendar events for this course that are coming up. The next widget is for discussions. So this will show you the last 3 discussions that have been done for this particular course. And similarly, the last 3 announcements for the course will be available here. Now, once the modules and concepts are created, you can start creating content. So you can create content and see content by clicking here, various tabs, pages, collection, assignments, tests, student projects, discussions or lesson plans. Or you can click on this content icon and see it across your courses as well. Here you can filter your content by grade, by course within that grade, and even by module within a particular course. The different contents that are supported are pages, collections, assignments, tests, student projects and lesson plans. So we'll talk about each of them one by one quickly. Pages. So pages are basically learning materials. We ideally suggest 15 to 20 minutes of learning material. And any page once published is available for students and parents to see who are enrolled into that course. A page would look like this. I can click on this particular page and it would have a title, it would have who has created it, and it will show the classification as well. And these tags are very important. We'll talk about it in a minute. You can have tags for a page, and then the page would have various sections which you can see it in the table of content, or you can simply scroll to read it. Now pages support images, videos, text, links. It also supports all kinds of mathematical formulas. We use LaTeX for adding mathematical formulas. So this is an example where there is a YouTube video which is embedded and someone can play it directly from here. I can even do full screen from here. The relay on the right, apart from the table of content, you can also see related pages, collections, assignments, all content type. And this relation is automatically done by the system based on those tags that we were talking about. So while I am reading motion in 2 dimensions, system will automatically give me related pages which are related to this particular topic, and I can click on, let's say, motion under gravity and start reading motion under gravity right here. Now creating these pages is also very easy. If you know Word and if you are using Facebook and WhatsApp, you will be able to easily create beautiful pages in the system. To create pages, you can click on create pages icon, which will be visible only to teachers and admin. Students and parents will not be able to add pages. So as a teacher, I can create page. Here I can put a title to the page. I can put some objectives or description for this page. I can do classification where I can classify this page is for, let's say, grade 11 physics course kinematics module, and I can also talk about which concepts are taken care of in this page. So I can select any of the concept which is created in the course level, and I can then start adding sections. So I can say introduction, and here I can, as Word, I can just keep typing. You can even copy paste from your Word or PDF documents that you might have. You can copy paste even in vernacular languages and in any other language. This system supports all languages including Japanese, kanji characters, Chinese, and all other languages used across the world. Here I can add an image by just simply clicking image and either putting an URL or selecting an image via upload and choosing a file from my desktop. I can resize the image. I can then put it either on the right, in the center, or in the left as I want to. You can add links if you want to add URLs to any of the other sites, reference sites. You can add YouTube by just clicking on this YouTube icon here, and you just put an URL and the YouTube video will come over, will be part of your page. You can also add mathematical formulas. We use LaTeX library for writing mathematical formulas. You can click here to see all the entire library. For example, I'll just add it here, and this is how it looks. Talking about tags, I forgot to talk. We can add tags here, as many as we want, and when we review the page, we'll be able to see how it automatically relates with everything else. Now once this section is done, I can keep on adding more sections. I can either add a text section or a video section. Video section is for uploading your own videos, while another text section would be similar to the first section that we had, and I can keep writing more stuff here. And once I am done, I can save and do next. Once I do that, I can upload a cover image for my page. I can even attach files. All these file types are supported for attachment. I can then either publish the content or preview or just go back to the pages. This page is right now saved but not published. So what it means is all the other teachers who are enrolled into this course can see this page, but no student or parent will be able to see it unless you have published the content. So let's look at the preview. This is how this looks like, and because of these tags, you can see the system has automatically related other pages and other contents that have similar tags. So this is pages. Moving on, collections. Now what are collections? Collections are nothing but it's a collection of pages, assignments and tests that you have already created in the system, and the advantage of creating a collection is you can then sequence them as you want. So if I want to create a collection, I simply put a title to the collection and I can start selecting pages based on my selection, and I can just click them to add into my collection. I can even select assignments to add, and similarly I can also select practice test to add here. Now here, once I have selected everything that I need, I can sequence them. Let's say I want these equations as second, so I can just move them around. Similarly, let's say I want this assignment before everything, so I can put that in the front, and then once you are happy with the sequence, you simply save. On saving, the collection will be ready, and all the students, parents who have enrolled into this course will be able to see it. I can read a collection by clicking on it, and on the left I'll see all the pages that are there and the tests and assignments in the sequence that I've given. Either I can jump directly from one to another, or I can simply scroll down and keep going next as if I'm reading a book, and I can keep reading about this particular course or the collection. So that's the collection. Moving on to the next content type, assignments and tests. They are related. Assignments and tests, they both share the common question bank. You can create assignments either manually or from question bank. Initially you would not have any questions, so you will have to create it manually. Once you have enough questions, you can create questions directly from the question bank, and by simply you can start a quiz or whatever is your name for the assignment. Select the classification. You can even select questions based on the concept if you would like to, and then you can let the system auto generate randomly. You can choose between MCQs, true and false, fill in the blanks, drag and drop, and subjective. Any combination you can choose. For this example, let's pick up only MCQs, and you can say please find 2 easy, 5 medium and 1 hard MCQ question for my given selection of physics kinematics for grade 11, and then I can do fetch question. System will randomly pick up based on the question bank that you already created questions that fit your requirements, and you can see it here. And if you are happy with the questions that you have got, you can simply save and publish and assign this to your class. So it would take hardly a minute to create a new assignment which you can assign directly to a class. To create questions manually, you can either create directly in the question bank by clicking a plus here, or you can create assignment manually, and on saving that assignment, all the new questions will be added to the question bank automatically. We support MCQs, true and false, fill in the blanks, drag and drop, and subjective questions. Now, except for subjective questions, all answers are auto graded. So as soon as a student submits the assignment, they immediately see their answers, and they can also see answer explanation if answer explanation has been maintained. For every assignment, once it has been assigned, you can see the due dates for all the class sections that it has been assigned to right here by clicking on the calendar icon. You can also see, once it is assigned, the summary of how many assignments have been submitted and not graded, how many have not been submitted, how many assignments have been graded, and you can also see question report, which will be very useful to you. I can click on this summary number and I can see not graded 1. I can see which student has submitted but I have not graded yet. Here I can change the filter and see all or graded only or only submitted, not submitted. I can grade this by just clicking here, seeing their answers, and I can give my feedback right here. I can look at a question report, which is very nice. Once it will show you all the questions with all the concepts that it covers, and it will give you how many percent students of your class have answered it incorrectly. So this will give you an instant idea about which concept or which topic your class has understood very well versus which concept or which topic your class needs help with. Other very important thing with assignments and tests, every question that you create not only goes into the question bank but also converts itself into a flashcard for students to go through. So I can click on flashcards and it will show me all the questions for this particular topic that I've selected, and if I click on this question, it will flip over to give me the right answer. It will also show me relevant pages to read through to understand this question better, and I can keep going next and I can see various questions and their answers. So this helps the student learn. If they have 5 or 10 minutes, they can open their app and quickly go through a flashcard for a particular topic. Going back, so that covers assignments. Next is test. Love My School supports normal test, practice test, and we also use artificial intelligence or machine learning to do adaptive testing. So you can create a test either manually, where you can add new questions, or from question bank, where you can either select or let system randomly select questions, or you can do adaptive test. Now when you do adaptive test, you just give number of questions and the time. Now the system will automatically personalize that test for every student. Based on their answer to an earlier question, the next question will get decided by the system. So this will ensure that you will be able to engage all kinds of students. So if there is an intelligent student and if he or she is answering the question correctly, they will get tougher questions. While if there is an average student and he is probably answering few right and few wrong, he or she will be keep on getting similar level questions. And if similarly, if there is an below average student, if they keep on answering wrong answers, then they will keep getting easier and easier questions to boost their and motivate them to learn more. So that's the personalization. Again, you have all the statistics here. Similarly, these are like tests driven by teachers. Similarly, students can also give tests without a test created by a teacher. They can go to My Courses, and within the course, for every topic or every concept, they can simply start a test by clicking a button here which will say measure. As a teacher, I would not see it, but as a teacher, I would see the average score for all the self-assessment tests taken by the students. So for kinematics, my class is 7 average, and I can click on it and see all the students who have taken self-assessment test, and I can then analyze individually each student. So I can click here and see graphical representation of how the student is doing in this topic. I can see all the tests that the student has taken for a particular topic, and I can click on it and see the actual test answers. I can see which ones are right, which are marked in green, and which one are wrong, which are in red. And I can analyze every student very easily here. So that covers content. Moving on, next is discussions. Teachers can start discussions, or they can start even a poll. So discussions will look like this, while the polls would look like this. So this would be very useful tool to engage your students. As a teacher, I can start a discussion like this. For example, I can say this is my image of a 2-dimension motion, and then I can ask every student to say, why don't you all bring one image of 2-dimension motion, and a student can reply to a student, a teacher can reply to a reply, and you can use emojis as well. And going with the whole theme of integration, based on the text for the discussion, you will see related pages and assignments right here, and you can grade assignments, tests, discussions, and student projects in this system for students. So that takes us to the gradebook. You can grade students by term, by class section, and at a course level. and every course you can have grading lines. If you have grading lines for tests, assignments, student projects and discussion forums, you will get additional data right here. When you click this I can get a list of all the assignments which are gradable for this particular term right here with the marks for this particular student and my feedback for this particular student. The grading we allow you to do either ABCD grading, and this can be defined at a school level by your school admin, or you can do percentage grading. Now, other beautiful thing that you can do is student preview. Wherever you see a student in the system, you can click on the student and get a beautiful preview of that particular student as to how is he doing. Here you can get it for the whole class, or you can even drill down at a course level. For each student, you can see what collections has he read, what percentage has he read it, what pages has he read, what assignments has he given, and what was the marks he has got, what was the feedback he got. Similarly for test, discussions, student projects, even the gradebook and his or her attendance right here. And I can click on any of this test as well to see the actual submission. And this is very useful during PTMs. A lot of schools and colleges who use this learning management system, they just use this during their PTM. So that covers gradebook and student preview. Now we will talk about conferences or online teaching. So Love My School comes out of box integration with Zoom conferences as well as BBB conferences. You can, for any class, create a Zoom conference right from here by clicking on create meeting. You can start the meeting from here. Once the meeting has been done, a teacher can upload a link to the video for the meeting right here. And once this link has been uploaded, every student, everyone registered in this course will see against this particular meeting a video icon, which on clicking will open the video link and start the video for that particular meeting that had happened. For people who do not want to use Zoom, we have an alternate conferencing system which is our own, which is BBB. We use Big Blue Button conferencing system. Here again, for any class section, you can create meeting on the go. For example, I'm creating this meeting called lecture 1, and you can schedule it on a particular time. For this demo, I'm going to schedule it for right now so that I can start right away. And I can schedule it for how many ever minutes I want. I'll schedule this for 90 minutes and I can create. So once the time for the meeting is started, I can start the meeting by clicking join here right away. For both Zoom and BBB conferences, it automatically, whenever a meeting is scheduled, it automatically creates a wall post for the class, as well as it adds a calendar event for that particular class. This is the beauty of an integrated system. So with BBB conferences, once you have started the meeting, the first thing that you see is a whiteboard on the right. You can see all the users who have logged in till now on the left here. You can mute all the users, you can lock the viewers, all here. This whiteboard is beautiful. Here I can start teaching online on the whiteboard. I can select a tool and either bring in a shape or write with a pencil or write with a text box. So I can bring in a shape like this as a triangle. I can then get a pencil and say let this angle be 60 degree. I can mark this angle and say let this angle be called X. I can allow other users, my students, to write on the whiteboard by just simply clicking on this whiteboard here, and they can start writing along with me. I can add text boxes and I can write, let's say, what are the possible values of X here. I can say option A is 40 degree, option B is 130 degree, option C is 120 degree. Now I can either start asking people to reply to which option they think, or to make it easier I can go to actions and start a poll. I can start a poll with ABC options, and now every user will see this poll and they can give their option. Right now there is no teacher, no student logged in, so there is no one replying. But once they have replied, I can even publish the poll right here. I can add my own presentation if I want to. I can even add an external video by just simply clicking this external video and putting a URL here. And I can play the video to the entire class right in this whiteboard here. I can make it to full screen as well. And I can pause over the video. I can pause the video, I can talk over it, and then whenever I'm done, I can stop the video and go back to my whiteboard. I can go to my next slide if I want a clean board, or I can always go back to my earlier board that I've written before. You can share your webcam as well as you can share your screen with the class. So this is an overview of the conference tool, which is much more safe and secure, which is available out of the box with Love My School subscription. We'll end this meeting and go back to the rest of the demo. So the last thing that I would like to talk about here is we also do fees management. So if you would like to manage your fees, you can see fees for each student in a class, and then you can edit and update even the fees that you have received with the date and the mode of payment. With this, I will conclude our demo here, and we can talk about the benefits in a different video, but at a very high level, this is a very complete learning management system which will be very beneficial to any educational institute. You can get more details of our pricing and our product and our product features by going to lovemyschool.com. So please visit our website and please register yourself, and you can start using this immediately by registering either online or write back to us. Thank you for watching this demo. It was a pleasure doing the demo, and please contact us via our website if you have any questions.